Let me ask you a simple question. How many times have you done this? You sit down to study or work on something important, but instead, you suddenly feel the urgent need to check your phone, or grab a snack, or maybe even clean your entire room like your life depends on it. You tell yourself, I'll start in 5 minutes. Then 5 minutes become 15, then an hour, then suddenly it's 11:45 p.m. and your deadline is staring you in the face. Why does this keep happening? Why do we procrastinate even when we know it will hurt us later? You've probably heard the usual advice. Just be more disciplined. Use a to-do list. Find your motivation. But let me tell you a secret. That advice is pure nonsense. Your brain doesn't care about motivation. It doesn't care about logic. It only cares about one thing: avoiding discomfort. And let's be honest, studying, working, doing hard things, your brain sees that as pain. So it tricks you into doing something easier. That's why you suddenly feel like scrolling social media or watching one more YouTube video. But what if I told you there's a glitch in the system? A tiny trick, just 90 seconds long, that can break this cycle instantly. It's backed by science. It's something your brain won't see coming. And once you use it, procrastination won't stand a chance. By the end of this video, you won't just understand why you procrastinate, you'll have a weapon to fight it forever. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, everything you thought you knew about productivity is about to change. Let's begin. The 90-second rule. Right now, I want you to forget everything you've ever heard about just push through it or find your motivation. That's garbage. It doesn't work. Instead, here's what actually does. Set a timer for 90 seconds. That's it. Just 90 seconds. And in those 90 seconds, you do something, anything, that moves you forward. Open your textbook. Write one sentence. Read one paragraph. Sounds stupid, right? But here's the catch. Once you start, your brain wants to keep going. It's like opening a bag of chips. You tell yourself you'll eat just one, but suddenly you're staring at an empty bag. That's how your brain works with productivity too. The hardest part is starting. Once you begin, it's 10 times easier to keep going. But wait, what if I told you don't even need to study at your desk? The progress playground trick. Most people force themselves to study like robots, sitting at a desk, back straight, staring at boring notes. But your brain hates that. That's why you keep getting distracted. Instead, turn your study session into a progress playground. Do your math homework lying on the floor. Read your textbook while sitting on the kitchen counter. Write your essay on your phone while pacing around. It sounds dumb, but that's exactly why it works. You're tricking your brain into thinking it's not studying. And guess what? That makes studying feel easier. The dopamine hack. Now let's talk about a brain hack that almost no one talks about. Your brain doesn't run on motivation. It runs on dopamine, the feel-good chemical. So instead of treating studying like a prison sentence, you need to pair it with something fun. Try this. Read one page, then do 10 jumping jacks. Write 3 sentences, then scroll TikTok for 30 seconds. Finish one math problem, then eat a snack. This turns your study session into a reward system. Instead of forcing yourself to work, you're actually training your brain to enjoy it. The garbage first draft method. You know why most people hate writing essays? Because they try to write the perfect essay on the first try. That's impossible, and that's why you're stuck. Here's what you do instead. Write the worst first draft possible. Seriously, make it garbage, full of spelling mistakes, sentences that don't make sense. Just let the words spill onto the page. Because here's the secret. You can't edit a blank page. But once you have something, even if it's terrible, you can shape it into something good. And that's when the magic happens. The ritual trick used by top students. Ever noticed how some students can sit down and start studying instantly while others take forever to get in the zone? It's not because they have better focus. It's because they have a pre-study ritual. In a study, college students discovered that doing a small ritual before studying made them 3 times more productive. Some of them put on a specific pair of socks. Others played the same song before every study session. Some even arranged their desks in a particular way. Why does this work? Because it trains your brain to associate that ritual with focus. Try this. Light a candle before studying. Play the same song before every session. Rearrange your desk before you start. Do this consistently, and eventually, your brain will switch into focus mode automatically. No more waiting for motivation. The fake deadline trick. Let's be real. If you have 2 weeks to do something, you're not starting today. You'll start on the last possible day. But what if you could create fake deadlines that actually work? Try this. Tell a friend you'll send them your essay in 30 minutes. Set your alarm for half the time you think you need. Challenge yourself to finish a task before your food delivery arrives. Your brain loves pressure. By creating artificial urgency, you're tricking yourself into working faster, without the stress of real deadlines breathing down your neck. The 2-minute test. Do this right now. I want you to try something right now. Set a timer for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, and in those 2 minutes do something productive. Write 2 sentences, read 1 paragraph, solve 1 math problem. The key here isn't how much you do, it's breaking through that initial "I don't want to" feeling, because once you're moving, it's so much easier to keep going. Your future self will thank you. Look, the biggest trap of procrastination is thinking that your future self will magically have more energy, more motivation, and more discipline. They won't. Your future self will be just as tired, just as unmotivated, and just as distracted as you are now. But here's the good news. Every time you push past that resistance, even for 90 seconds, you're becoming the kind of person who actually gets things done. No more waiting for motivation, no more last-minute panic, just small, easy wins that build into massive success. And if you want more insane study hacks like this, follow this channel. Now, stop watching, set a 90-second timer, and start. That's it. That's the trick. Your future self is waiting. Don't keep them waiting.